This current election in Canada is one of the most important elections of our times. Many vote for a party based on tradition. I encourage you to check out your party's platform and the person in your riding. Without a moral compass, we will walk into chaos, and we are already seeing glimpses of that chaos. Let's turn back to morals, doing what is right. I will be voting for Peter Terrace, the candidate for the People's Party of Canada, in the Niagara Falls riding. The PPC is fighting for the rights and freedoms of Canadians. I was largely influenced to vote for the PPC because of this message by Peter Terrace.
Dear resident of Niagara Falls, Niagara-on-the-Lake, or Fort Erie, every individual deserves respect and human dignity. The values of freedom, fairness, responsibility, and respect are the foundations for building a functional society that will give opportunity for success and happiness to every Canadian that wants to work hard. Government should create the conditions for human flourishing rather than to perpetuate dependency on government handouts. Smaller government is a way to increase our quality of life. Government should get out of the way of Canadian citizens as much as possible. Family and community are better at solving local problems than big government. Returning to traditional values of family, community, and protection of the vulnerable will bring about more joy, peace, and unity in our country. I believe in the protection of human life from conception to natural death. As a father, the best thing I can do for my children is to love their mother. As a family man, the best thing I can do for my country is to raise children that are humble, just, courageous, and grateful for the opportunities they have been granted, and to have a sense of service to their family, community, and country. As a political candidate, I will give straightforward responses to my constituents' concerns. I will always try to solve problems by going back to the first principles of charity towards neighbor, faith, hard work, and respect towards every individual. I believe the sole purpose of politics is to make life better for citizens. Government should try to empower the people rather than themselves. At your service, Peter.
Here are videos of Justin Trudeau and the World Economic Forum, which promotes the Great Reset, the resetting of our nations, and the world.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the SDGs. Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems.
Many world leaders and business leaders participate in the World Economic Forum, including Trudeau, who agrees with their Great Reset agenda. Trudeau mentions that the COVID pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset, which many world leaders mention this reset. And in the World Economic Forum video, it mentions a plan to where you will own nothing and be happy. And it mentions that the US will not be the world superpower. A handful of countries will dominate. But which countries will dominate? Is it a coincidence that such chaos is happening in the US? Do they want to crush the US? Here are 3 other videos, one of O'Toole, Trudeau, and the NDP leader.
To look at mandatory vaccinations for federal employees. And we're also looking at federally regulated industries to encourage or perhaps even to mandate vaccinations for those industries.
That's why I strongly believe in a mandatory vaccination. And what that looks like is going to be that we're going to say to work in a certain employment federally and federally regulated, that you need to be vaccinated.
I expect my team to follow all the public health measures in this Justin Trudeau fourth wave pandemic. That includes expectations with respect to vaccines or an expectation to daily rapid testing.
Notice that both Trudeau and Singh promote mandatory vaccination. O'Toole seems to tell his party members to follow all the public health measures concerning the pandemic. Yet he also mentions to follow expectations in regards to vaccines or rapid testing, but does not give a clear answer on mandatory vaccination. The PPC, however, is clear on their stances. They do not believe in making vaccines mandatory. They believe in the right to choose what you put in your body. Do you want to vote for a party that wants all the control, that has no empathy for people who do not choose to get vaccinated and could not care less if these people have a job or not? Do you want the Great Reset to come to Canada, where you will not own anything and will be wholly dependent on the government? Break your traditions. No longer vote ritualistically. Step forward and bring the change. It is either you want the protection of our rights and freedoms, or Canada falling into a communist-like regime. The choice is yours.